And we're live. We are live, folks. Welcome back to another. Hi, this is Mountain Bike Q&A, and I'm Johnny U. I'm never good at this intro stuff. How y'all doing? If you're live, if you're in there live watching, how you doing? If you're watching, a later broadcast of this on the YouTubes, thanks for coming along and watching. Trail Pimp here says he will be watching from his home office. Appreciate that. Thank you. Before we start, I want to give another shout out to Adam Mock, ladies and gentlemen. He created a new logo for me the other day. He just sent it out of the blue and said, "Merry Christmas, happy belated birthday, blah, blah, blah." I had an artistic itch I had to scratch, and he created for me, and I love it. I love it, Adam. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. My sister is here, folks. Where's Mom? Get Mom, too. We need some viewers. Anywho, Adam Mock, thank you for my new look. This background that you guys see right now, I'm in the works of changing it. Life of Raleigh MTB logo looks great. You know why? Adam Mock did it, ladies and gentlemen. Can't say his name enough. Go and like and subscribe his stuff. But I got to bring on my next guest. I don't know. I was just talking to him. I can't remember why I was on his channel, but I became addicted to it. He's got great energy. He's educational. Okay, I'll stop talking. Let's bring on Alex. Alex, MTB Alex.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Oh, God. I just ramble at the beginning of that stuff. I don't even know why I'm here.
Hey, we're here for a reason. We're here for a reason. Well, let's find that out together, I guess.
Yeah, let's find it out tonight. Run Bike Mike says, "Oh boy, let's go." And we got Mountain Bike Raging. Thank you. The logo is on fire. My wife was funny. She asked me, I don't know if you've seen it, Alex. It has a picture of this goofy face. Is an MTB Q&A. Really well done. My wife was like, "What if you didn't like it?"
Your new logo? I saw it too. It looks. He did a great job. I like it a lot, man.
I'm floored by it. Like, he captured everything. It's amazing. So, Alex, where are you from? Where are we talking to you from?
Well, some of you know, if you guys have followed me around for, I think I've been doing this for like almost 2.5 years since the pandemic started. I'm actually in the Houston area. I'm in the Houston area. I'm really close to the NASA. Like, literally, my street over here is called Space Center.
Really?
So we have Ellington Field like down the road, and that's where I live. I like it.
How amazing! Can you see? I mean, you can see the launches that happen there.
Well, they don't do the launches over here because the launches they're on Cape Canaveral.
They don't do anything over there.
The Space Center itself is over here. We actually went there for my daughter's birthday in November. We went to the Space Center. We got to see some of the. We got the tour and everything, so we went all around it. I've been there before, and they got really good stuff in there. They got really good stuff in there. I like it a lot. But
now I sound stupid because I thought they did some kind of launch there.
No, they do the mission control. But no, it's all right. What I do see a lot is when the presidents come in, you can tell because the street that I drive every single day to go to work is packed of cops. I'm like, okay, the president's coming. Whether it was Trump before and now it's Biden, whoever it is always packed of cops because it's literally, I'm like a mile away from Ellington Field.
That's amazing. Rod and Dirty here. Eric says, "Big J, just want to stop by and say, what's up? Thanks for joining in." Josh Mick, dude, I grew up across Clear Lake from where you're at. League City.
That's exactly. Basically, my house is in Pasadena, but it's literally like the streets that divides it is Clear Lake. So I know exactly where you are. League City. I think there's a couple of trails over there that I haven't been to. I want to, but I have this one right here. It's really convenient for me. So good job, Josh. Nice.
Daniel Montalvo.
We got to ride together one time.
Do it. Making riding buddies.
Yeah.
So he's basically a rocket scientist. No,
Actually, look,
but
I have a bachelor's degree. I'm an engineer by education. I'm a mechanical engineer. So
okay.
no, not a rocket scientist. I'm an engineer, but my current job, I'm a teacher right now. I'm a 7th grade math teacher, and also I do
Oh,
real estate on the side. I do real estate on the side.
smart move.
Yeah, so that's whatever they don't pay me enough for teaching, I'm not a super busy real estate agent, but if you're in the area, but it pays the bills. I mean, within everything. This YouTube right now is not paying the bills, so I don't see that happening yet.
You got to get something until it does.
Yeah.
Straight Line was looking forward to this. He's a fan of
Yeah.
Alex.
Thanks, man.
Jay was a fan of. He says earlier he said he was gonna have a tequila and sit back and watch this.
What's up, Trails and L's? Trails and L's. I've been following him. I like his stuff. He has a Polygon, and what's up?
Cute.
And he's been writing good. He's been getting good. So that's something that I want to do too.
I got to ask you a question real quick with Trails and Ales, and we'll get to you. Trails and Ales, what's your real name? That's there you go. Straight Lines Tequila. We'll get to, but you're a math teacher.
I'm a math teacher. Yeah.
Wow. Like if I were your son, you would strangle me as a child. I can do addition and subtraction, but once you started putting letters into that thing, you lost Johnny.
Yeah, I understand. And I have a lot of those. So we have to deal with all that. But it's all right.
But
I like it.
Because I actually went onto you have a math YouTube page.
Yes.
Within 3.5 minutes, you lost me.
I know.
So here's a question. The math, do you think that's something that you were just interested in as a child, or is that like an artist or something? Is that inborn? It's just the numbers and stuff come to you?
I guess. I mean, it goes to a certain level. Like I said, I'm an engineer. I did not enjoy my engineer math. So it got to a level that, like you're saying, when you started adding letters, now imagine adding different signs and Greek symbols and all that, and then letters and numbers and all. It gets a little complicated.
Yeah.
But the math that I do, I mean, I'm good with algebra, basic math, like intermediate level and all that. And of course, if I need to calculate something, I might be able to do it, but I gotta do some research beforehand. But I guess since I was a kid, I never had any real issues with numbers until university level. But it's just something that got to me. And if I didn't teach math, I probably teach science. That's the other subject that I will teach.
Wow, I love smart people. Yeah. Smart people intrigue me. Tell me more. So let's get to biking. You live in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
You have family?
I have family. I have a wife. I've been married since 2000.
You got this, man.
2006.
Good for you. Ding, 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 ding.
17 years, something like that. So we've been married for a while. We have 3 kids. I have a 10-year-old, a boy, 8-year-old girl, and a 5-year-old girl.
That's beautiful, man.
So we're busy, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, being a teacher, real estate, 3 kids, wife, and YouTube.
Yeah.
You have 28 hours in a day?
Yeah. No, I know, man. It's
but it's fulfilling, right?
And then I have Taco and I have Diesel, Freya, my dogs.
I got dogs, 3 kids, all kinds of stuff over there. So Houston, I got to ask this because you talked about it earlier. Houston's a little chilly right now.
Yeah.
Do you get snow there, or is it? And I'm
It
asking,
usually doesn't snow. It usually doesn't snow over here at all. Like I've been in Houston since 2099. I was actually born here, but I was raised in Mexico.
okay,
So we came back in '99 because my mom was like, you know what? I was like 14 years old, and my mom was like, you know what? We should move over there for a year or two so that you guys can learn English, me and my brothers, and then we can come back. Like, okay. So I finished up ninth grade in Mexico, which is secundaria, because in Mexico you have kinder, then you have first through sixth, which is elementary, and then you have
yeah,
first, second, and third, which is seventh, ninth, seventh, eighth, and ninth. And then high school is separate, right?
yeah,
High school is separate. So you start 10th grade is high school. So when I finished the secundaria, which is ninth grade, you have to test to see where you're gonna go, to what high school you're gonna go. And of course, you want to go to the top high school, right?
yeah.
So I tested and everything, and then we came over here, and then I started going to high school over here in Pasadena, and then that's where I met my wife. And then whenever they wanted to go back, I'm like, we're not going back anymore. We're staying. I mean, why not? I mean, we're born here. We got everything that we needed. We learned English. I finished high school. Then I went to college, and it took me a while, but I finished.
Yeah,
And hey,
I should be a doctor.
yeah, I started working at 15.
Good
I
for
remember
you.
my first job was at a Burger King, which is kind of funny because the school that I work at right now is behind that Burger King.
Oh, I love it.
So my
I
first
love
and
that
my tenth
story.
job next to each other.
You're working, you're like, hey, kids, if you don't listen to what I'm saying, you're going to end up
Yeah,
there. That's
yeah,
hysterical. Yeah, I've been working since I was 15. I
yeah.
was a dishwasher at a restaurant before dishwasher. I had to scrub every
Wow,
single.
man.
Oh my goodness. So why I was asking you was is cold and stuff because my mom sent me a picture this morning of it was snowing in Maryland.
Okay.
And when I first looked at it, it confused me. I had to take a second. I forgot it was winter.
Oh yeah.
I'm here in Miami. We don't have winter. We had like 4 days so far of winter, and that was like
So
60 degrees.
I guess it's almost the same over here, but we got the cold front because last week we were at 80.
Oh
We
yeah,
were
yeah.
80 degrees last week, and then we had the tornado last week actually, but the week before we were at 80. So we went from like 39 to 80 the next day. So I'm like, what's going on? But
Wow.
we're used to it here in Houston. So I don't like the cold weather. Like if it's 64, I don't ride outside. It's too cold for me.
No, I'm just. You're like, no. I saw you riding in your garage last night.
Yeah. I'm like, you know
Yeah.
what? I'm just gonna. My dad found that one and he gave it to me. I enrolled to the gym for the same purpose. I'm like, well, it's the winter season. Let me just go ride the bike after work. What's up, Chicken Cindy's? What's up, Josh? And
Chicken
then
Sunday.
I enrolled the week of Thanksgiving, and I've been there 3 times.
Yeah, I got to tell you, people do that, and I say this. There are months where I'll go on the street and ride it at night, but there's no way you're catching me on the trail. It's 89% humidity and 95 degrees outside, and you're not. I'll die. I'm a big boy. I'm not that healthy.
Me too, man. I'm a big boy, and over here the humidity. I mean, Houston is sea level. Galveston is literally 30 minutes away. So we're in a Bay area. So
Yeah.
it is humid. Houston is humid. So
What up? So we'll get to biking. Let's talk to biking. Because you're sitting there in a better background than me because you're just a hardcore YouTuber.
Whatever. I wish, man. No.
So when did the mountain biking thing happen for you?
The YouTube itself or me riding?
No, just biking. When did you go, I want to get on one of those and go get it dirty?
when we were living in Mexico, I remember my dad, he had a couple of Treks back in the 90s. You know, it was hardtails. I think it was a Trek 800, something like, and I loved that bike. I used to use my dad's bike for everything, for commuting, going to my friend's house like miles away because my parents wouldn't take me and all that. So I would ride it all the time. I would ride it like during vacation time with my friends on the block, go around, because I didn't know about trails back then when I was like
Yeah.
10, 12 years old, right? And then back over here, where when we bought this house back in 2015, December 2015, and then I noticed that during the pandemic, that's when it hit me, because back in 2004, the Mongoose Blackham, if y'all follow my channel, the Mongoose Blackham, which I actually just sold yesterday, that bike I bought a brand new from Walmart, because the way it looked, it just got my attention. I think I paid like $400 for it, brand new from Walmart. And I was riding that, not every day, but it was sitting in the garage or whatever. I was still living with my parents. So during the pandemic hit, like, what do I do? What do I do? So what do I do? So I'm like, well, trail is literally half a mile from here. So I just ride from my garage.
Wow.
So I started riding my bike, that bike, until I rode it for like 3-4 months until I got a Mongoose XR Pro. And then I started I got it used, and then I started upgrading that thing, and then that's how the channel came about, with the Mongoose XR Pro. I think that was my first video.
I'm laughing because I like how you're like, I rode this bike for like 3 or 4 months, and then I bought another bike, and then 6 months later I decided to buy this bike.
Yeah.
So you became a bike addict instantly once you started like seriously riding.
For real, man. Like right now,
I can't stop laughing. You crack me up, dude.
I have 6 bikes in the garage. Like yesterday when I posted that video where I sold the little short, if some of you see it, one of my friends sent me a message on Messenger, like, "Are you selling bikes now?" I'm like, "No, I just sold that one." It's like, "Well, it's because I saw in the video that you have like 6 bikes in there." I'm like, "Yeah."
I sold that, and it was just like a bike shop. You like paying over your ride, and then you paying over, and it's like, does this guy have a bike shop? Has he got a side hustle selling bikes? They're all you.
I got into it, man.
Yeah,
it gets expensive. Like I'm looking at my dad's bike right there. If you haven't seen the Project Dark Side, it's complete. It's complete. I just haven't published all the videos.
Trails and nails. You get to want a new bike. My problem was I bought a bike after 2020, the pandemic, and I always say this. If you heard it before, just mute it. My bike was crapping out on me, if you will, and I was like, I'll just go buy a new bike. I had no idea the bikes were dying or all gone.
Yeah.
So I just bought. I kept looking, finally found a hardtail, but now I was like, I want my ultimate bike, my dream bike. I'm 51 years old.
Is that the unboxing that you did?
Yeah, that's the unboxing I did. Thank you all for watching it.
I did see it. I liked it.
It was not your normal unboxing, but the YT, and it's funny. We'll get to this because I do want to get to this. Is that you are a budget bike guy?
Well, I try to keep it as budget as possible, but that's how I started. That's how I started with the actually when I got the Mongoose XR Pro, I got it because of Kev Central and how he started modifying it. And then I'm like, you know what? I started buying some of the same parts that he used, and then the only thing that I don't like about that is that I didn't check when I went to get it because it was a used bike. And then the derailleur hanger was messed up. Like somebody grind off where the derailleur hanger was. Ooh. So I made it work. And I installed 11-speed Dior drivetrain on it. I installed a Epic Some fork on it. And I changed the drivetrain, the tires, and all that. And then I sold it for like $950, which I was super lucky to get. That's probably what I invested, So I just got my money back. And that's what led me to the Polygon 6 QT8, my main bike, the bike that I love.
The T8. I was looking at that before I bought my bike.
Yeah. That's what led me. But I had sold a house. I sold a house. Actually, when I bought the XR Pro, I was showing a house, and it was like around the corner from when I showed the house. So I was driving around with the XR Pro in the back of my car, showing the houses. And then I sold the house to the person that I was showing the house, and I got my commission, of course. And then it was a better commission than normal. So that's when I sold the XR Pro, and with $1,500 more, I was able to buy me the Polygon 6 QT8.
Justification.
Yeah.
You're like, well, I sold the house. Yeah. Got a little bit more than we normally get.
Yeah.
You're gonna put that towards the bike.
And that's how the freaking e-bike came about. Don't tell her that. Well, she knows.
She's not gonna watch this.
No, and then when you said about budget, that's how I started. Because I mean,
yeah.
On the then I got after the XR Pro, I ordered the Swing Axon, the first black one. I put 2 rides on it and I sold it right away, and that helped me also with the because I bought it was $400 when I bought it, and I sold it for $650. That's when the pandemic started. People was paying for those prices. I apologize if you bought it from me and you're watching this. I apologize. I apologize.
Sorry, it was the time.
But I mean, it was high demand. It was high demand.
No, and I don't mean budget as in like a bad word.
No.
No, because I think a lot of people who find your channel, and we'll get to your channel now, I guess. And how I found it is I don't have a boatload of money, and I probably was looking for something, and I came across yours. And a lot of people entering this sport and this little fun thing we do called mountain biking, they want to start out, and they don't have a lot of money, but they have, they want to get into it, and they get into it enough, and they're like, oh, well, this derailleur isn't working out enough, or I need this certain brake or whatever. People like you are very important, I think. You and here again, Mr. Chicken Sendies, who do stuff like this, who, again, not everybody has a $6,000 budget for a bike.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's important. Have you gotten a lot of response on your YouTube channel from that and from that community of people?
Yes, like I have a lot of comments, people asking me like projects from Quasimodo, the Swing, what was the name of it? I forgot. The aluminum, not the aluminum comp, the Humpy one, that one. The TAF. So the TAF, I remember I did that one super budget. I got the Bockless fork on it, and then I started building things like that. And I have people to this day that ask me questions about that bike. I love that bike. The only reason I got that bike is because I found it for $100.
Wow.
And it had a box for group set and Maxxis tires. So that alone there pays
more than
for
$100.
itself.
Yeah, pay for itself. The tires alone, practically.
Yeah. So that, and it led me to do videos, so I was able to do like really DIY and videos about it. And I don't know, you guys can tell me, because lately I've been doing a bunch of like, I try to do like one DIY video every now and then, but most of them I just do like montage or time lapse from now on, because I think I have covered everything so far. So every now and then I do like, I ask the audience, see what you want to see, and then go from there.
Yeah.
But that build was super budget. And then I guess, like you're saying, people might identify with me, like people don't have a lot of money to spend on a bike, but once you get into it, you can start seeing ways to upgrade the bike in a different manner, spending the same money as you would with better parts. How? Facebook Marketplace. That's what I've been doing lately.
Yeah, I've noticed you buying forks and stuff like that going.
Oh yeah, I mean, the prices that you gotta look for them. You gotta look for them. So if you have patience, and you're gonna end up spending the same money anyway. So I would rather just wait a little bit and then go for it. Now, if you're in a hurry, a buckless fork is better than the coil fork that the Walmart bike comes on. So
yeah. No, I think
and I see
Chicken
how it
Sandy's
works over there.
Chicken Sandy's brings up a good point. There's a difference between cheap and budget.
Yes.
There are some good parts out there that people are, you don't have to spend a boatload of money in order to go out and have fun and get your bike dirty and enjoy the what mountain biking is.
Yeah.
And that's what I think is great about your channel.
Yeah. So some of the things that I consider like budget all the time, like even if I'm build a new bike, the things that I'm gonna get like as cheap as I can are gonna be my grips, my saddle, my pedals, the headset, because those things they're gonna wear out anyway, and I wouldn't spend $100 on a Cane Creek headset when I can just get a Zito or a Jessica for 15-20 bucks anyway. Because for
Yeah.
me, for the type of riding that I do, I don't notice difference.
Yeah.
So,
My grips were always Amazon. My gloves were Amazon. Uh, pedals were different.
yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting. I'm going to get to your channel now. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, I'm still not great at this. When did you? At what point when you started riding did you say, "Let's throw it up on the YouTube"?
Interesting. I don't know. Look, I think if you go down to my first videos, and I think most of my most popular videos are actually about cars.
Oh, here we go.
Like if you see some, like this is probably the latest.
Yeah, you
So it
got
has 2.3 thousand views, and that's a conversion that I did on the front end of my truck. But if you go down, I think I have a video where I talk super loud and like pronounce and all that on changing the spark plugs on the Lancer. So I think if you go up, I don't know if it's that one up right there.
Look at that one, 10,000 views on your car.
Yeah. So see, so those get the most views. Then so everything else is like, if I hit 400 views, I'm happy, you know,
Oh, you
because
mean
at least
both?
people are watching them. So, but I don't know. I guess it started like when I started doing this, writing the Mongoose XR Pro, and I started looking at Kev Central channels, and then once the algorithm on YouTube starts showing you more YouTube mountain bikers, and then I came across Chicken Sandy's, and then I came across Wolf Dick, and then I came across different people doing about the same thing. I think we kind of, well, Kev has been there for a while, but I think
Yeah.
Chicken Sandy's, Wolf Dick, and even Evan from MTB Saga, we started about the same time.
Yeah.
But of course, I mean, you can tell who puts more work into it.
someone lives off of YouTube. Someone is a math teacher.
And it's okay. I mean, I have nothing against that because I mean, I like what I do. And
You're having
the way
fun.
I see this, I mean, but going back to math teaching, right? So I like to teach, right? So and you guys can prove me wrong if it's not. So when I do a DIY video, I try to go as detailed as I can so that there's no doubts in there. And
Yeah.
that's what got me into doing the first videos. I don't remember if it was like installing a cassette on the first swing axle. I think that's some of the first videos and I started learning all this on my own. Because I remember when I was younger, I would patch my tubes, but that's about it. So now I can build a complete bike from scratch, you know.
That's
so
about as far as I go, is patching my tubes. The rest is here, bike shop. So that's what I love about watching you is I mean, God, which one did you just do? Hold on, where is it? Where did I go? Where did I go, folks? I was watching, and I just one of your recent ones. Oh my gosh, I'm so not good at doing this.
You know what? I did a few reviews That Cranks It was probably the last one, which I actually recorded back in the summer last year. I just hadn't had published it. But then I think the most recent one is gonna be probably about my dad's accent.
No, you were doing head tube, screwing in the
Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah.
That's probably on the orange otter, maybe.
Probably. I was just sitting there like this, and I'm like, I can't. Even if I want, and I find it fascinating that you can do it. And you're telling me this just came to you. You're a problem solver through math, and you started figuring this out yourself on your own.
Yeah. So like, hey, Chicken Sanders, did I hit 3,000? Because I was like 4 away before this video.
Get on there, folks.
Thank you, everybody. I guess I just hit 3,000 subscribers. Thanks, everybody.
Oh, let's refresh it. Let's refresh this. The 2999. Well, my computer might be a little off. Get him right now to 3,000 subscribers, folks, and get me to 230.
Nice.
I'm pitiful.
No, you
but I'm having fun. That's all that matters.
It is. That's how I started, actually. And like I said, I don't do YouTube for a living. This is not my job. So I just do it for fun. I find it to be like a pastime, like killing time and kind of like refreshing to me, like get away from the routine and just having fun. So sometimes what is tedious, I can record all day, but then when it comes to like editing, I can sit there all day and my wife's like, okay, she just starts looking at it. So like when I recorded like a trail review of something, that's when I don't like it because I have different cameras and then I have to synchronize everything.
Yeah.
So excuse me, guys, if I don't put too much effort on it. I guess it shows on my subscriber counts.
No, come on, stop it. You almost 3,000 while we're talking. That's fascinating to me that you say you're doing this stuff anyway. You might as well put a camera on. You know what I mean? You enjoy. So hold on, let's go here. It's 3 a.m. here. Where is Fractured Rider?
Where are you, Fractured Rider?
Where are you? Coffee time. Trail Pimp he just subscribed. Love to support Rider. Well, he's Trail Pimp. My wife just subscribed. My wife's a huge fan. Tell me about did your wife get any of this? Or did she just scratch her head? You're
no, at the beginning, she was like, you're spending too much time on this, and I might go to my mom's and blah, blah, blah. And I was spending too much time on it at the beginning. And then right now, whenever I'm doing like a build, like whenever I build my dad, it probably takes me 2-3 days to do it. But I try to record everything and then space it out. That way, it doesn't seem like I'm in front of the computer for days and days and days or recording every single day. Because, I mean, I want to keep my wife happy and my kids happy too. So now my kids, talking about my kids, they're crazy because they're YouTubers too. So they have like, my son hit a little over 1,000 subscribers right now, but they're doing a lot of shorts, so they don't have the hours or anything to be monetized. So
that's the king. They're monetizing shorts today. Didn't they start doing that today? I heard
the shorts. I think it started today. So yeah. So
I don't have enough subscribers. But are you and your kids just on the phone going? You're on the tube, buddy. And checking.
No. They're on their own little world with gamings and Roblox, Minecraft, or whatever they do, things like that. So I try to supervise them and make sure they don't upload anything
Alex,
stupid.
Alex, is stuff you don't get. They don't get your mountain biking. You don't get their blocks.
I know.
Right? I don't have any. Ladies and gentlemen,
Finland.
Alex, you brought Finland to the table.
Nice.
Isn't that crazy?
Nice.
Thank you.
Crazy. How cold is it over there?
Yeah, I'm sure it's colder than it is in Miami.
It's probably colder than it is over here too.
Short monetization
is 10 million views in 90 days. Oh, I guess I will not be monetized on short.
I've got to get there now. Some goofy stuff. Now, do you do a lot of shorts?
when the shorts that I upload, yeah, I do them, but it's I try to do like something quick and I upload it to YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. So I just modify the one. If I put audio on the ones on TikTok and Instagram, I just make sure I upload it without the audio, like music, on YouTube,
Uh,
because otherwise it'll be like, this is not eligible, things like that. So, and
so
it's not like I make a lot of money over here anyway. So this,
yeah, it's a hobby. This is what I do. I'm not making a
yeah,
single cent off of this with 200 and some pathetic. No, I appreciate everybody. You know what's funny is, mind you, I'm not monetized. I don't have your 1,000 subscribers. I only have whatever. But don't you enjoy knowing that even if you had when you had 100 subscribers, you sat back and went, "There's 100 people that are actually willing and wanting."
yeah, yeah,
It's
definitely. That's what kept me going, because I'm like, if I can, even like at school, if I can change one child's life, I'm happy.
yeah.
And if one of you can learn how to change a cassette because you saw my video, and thanks, I appreciate that. So, and,
Somebody put that in perspective for me. I was like, I almost quit. I almost
yeah,
quit
no,
doing it because, when you first
and
start doing it,
sometimes,
you're like,
yeah. One time I went like 2 weeks without. I have a few videos backed out and a few videos to edit,
nah,
and I try to space them out, like put in once a week, unless it's something short, like 3-4 minutes. Then I throw in two of them. But like the other day, I was bleeding some breaks, and I posted on a short. Is that something that you guys want to see? And one person said yes, because I want to see it. So I recorded it. It's probably
yeah,
gonna be over 20 minutes because it's gonna be like exactly what I did and how long it took me. And I tried to edit it and condense it as much as I can, so it will not be 25 minutes. But I have it. I just haven't even put it on the computer yet. So
yeah. No, I find it fascinating. Is what you're saying is just the little bits
mhm.
that get people 10 subscribers. I remember my first interview was Chicken Sendies, and I probably
Mm-hmm.
got like 20 subscribers. I'm like, 20 people are willing to want to watch me again.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
almost to 3,000 people want to watch you again.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
got to be. Do you feel the pressure of wanting to have to keep going, or do you still keep this in the back of your head as like, this is a hobby, this is just for
I
fun?
For right now, as long as it doesn't pay the bills, it's just for fun.
That's a
And
great way of thinking.
I don't see it paying the bills anytime soon. So for me, it's just a hobby. And if I'm doing it, it's because I like doing it. I like to deliver this to you guys. I do it for y'all, not for
Yeah,
me. I mean, because why doesn't matter if I do it or not. If you guys are watching, if you guys are learning or being entertained, that's all I care about. Because right now, this is a hobby, and I hope that if you guys watch my channel, it's because we probably have some of the same interests,
yeah,
and
exactly.
that's what we have in common.
Now, when you're creating, what do you like doing best? Do you like showing the riding, or do you like doing the DUI? DIY. That was a Freudian slip. And what do you like best? Unboxings. What do you appreciate more when you're doing it? I know you probably get more feedback from certain ones, but which ones do you like doing?
I think the ones that I like to do the most, because they're easier to edit and everything, is one camera writing.
Yeah.
That's the easier to edit than to do. That's what I like to do better, but that's not what the people like. And people have told me that before. We don't like to see people write too much. We rather you doing some DIY stuff. So what I've seen so far when I do unboxings,
Uh-huh.
people get into that. People like seeing that. I don't know why. And like the last couple unboxings that I did were kind of big, because some of them, the within the last month and a half, I did two unboxings. The first one back at the either at the beginning of January or the end of December, that
Uh-huh.
was all Christmas stuff. So I had a lot of things, and I had a lot of the parts for the frame that I'm building and all that. So that I accumulated those parts while the frame was being shipped over here. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and do an unboxing. And then the other one was a few other things that came in afterwards. So I get a lot of I get more views on those. And then also on the DIYs, like whenever I do a DIY, it doesn't get as many views, but I mean, I try my best. At least if even if I'm not getting feedback on it, if they're learning how to do something by yourself, might as well keep doing it. Like the other day, when you said about the headset, I was installing the headset. As of today, I still do not have a proper headset pressing tool. I have my own made.
You got your homemade. You got the big bolt with the washers and it works. Here we go.
This is my headset tool, and it works.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, because I mean, I can get one for like 15, 20 bucks, but I'm like, I can buy a couple of grips for that money. So
again, not cheap, but budget. It works. You don't have to buy, and I'm not bashing Park Tools at all, but you don't have to buy the top of the line to get the job done. My experience, it gets easier to grow as you have more views and subs. Yeah, and it also keeps
and it keeps us motivated. Like right now, I might be at 3,000, or I might have about to hit 3,000 subscribers. And it took what? Since I started doing the first mountain biking video was during the pandemic. So 2021, I don't know, maybe May. So it's almost 3 years now. So 1,000 per year. So I guess in 100 years, I get my plaque.
The way I'm going, I'll be dead and gone, and it'll just be out there in the ether. That's funny. No, I just enjoy meeting people like you. I mean, Trails Nails just hit 300 subs today. Congratulations. It does. It feels satisfying. It's a satisfying thing to watch your thing grow. Now you've gone into, and I want to get into this. I know you've got kids and stuff.
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
But I want to get to it.
Yeah.
You like to tinker, and you've got all this stuff going on, and you're doing this on your own. Now you started painting your bikes.
Yeah.
How brave is that? The first time you squirted that spray can, did you go, oh my gosh, what am I doing?
So the first one I did was the Mongoose Otter. Because I bought that one used but new from a guy that had it. He was actually a manager of a strip club. I don't know if you saw the video where I went to pick it up. So I actually went to pick it up at a strip club. I didn't stay, but I went to pick it up right there. So the guy was, I don't know if he buys like boxes of Walmart pallets. I don't know what it was. So he had the Adder for $150, and I bought it for him for $120. It had the front wheel was wobbly, which didn't bother me because I could just easily adjust it right away.
Yeah.
So for $120, I'm like, you know what? It's only $100. Let me try it. So I started sanding it down. Then I primed it and I painted it. I'm like, I like how this thing looks.
Yeah.
I like how it turned out because in my opinion, it looks better than the burgundy color. Some people might like the burgundy, and I respect that. But I had a different idea. So I'm like, I only paid $100 for this frame. So plus all the extra parts, I'm like, why not? Let me try it. And then I had the blue Axum. I had sold that like a year and a half ago. And then the guy that I sold it to, he was selling it, and I sold it. If you're watching, Cuba, I'm sorry.
You're cracking me up with the sales.
I sold it for $650, but he had a headset. He had Nothing fancy. He had a headset and the crank arms, Holotech bottom bracket. So it wasn't super upgraded, but it was in really good condition because I make sure it was properly working and everything. And then when he sold it, he posted it for like 300 and he sold it to me for 250.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, okay, whatever, I buy it. But it was all scratched tops, and that's when I started doing the nail polish and trying out different nail polishes to see which one will fit better. So you see me at Walmart and at the HEV at the nail
Yeah.
section picking out colors. Let me take this one and go buying it and testing it out. And then you know what? After I painted the outer, I'm like, you know what? Let's go ahead and do it. And I sanded everything down, and then I don't think I did such as a good job as the outer did with the prep because the paint started cracking. I don't
Yeah.
know if you saw that on the video, but at the end of the day, it turned out great. The paint is holding up and everything. So I'm like,
Nice.
you know, and I liked it. And then I did the same thing with the frame that I got. That was a little more process. Actually, I didn't prep it as much. I hope that this one, I really hope that this one lasts because I didn't put in the 2K clear coat on it. But
Like how you're like looking over at it right now, just
yeah, I'm looking
questioning
at it. It looks
yourself.
beautiful. It looks beautiful, but let me show it to you. It's right there.
Look at this. Look at this guy's garage.
It
Oh, I
looks
love
great.
the orange
It's
and
not
black.
complete yet. It's not complete.
Look
And
at
I
this
have all
guy.
my bikes right there.
Holy cow.
But I just hope that it holds up. And if not, again, that was a budget frame that if I need to, I can just strip it down again and paint it again. So that's why it didn't bother me.
Yeah.
I like the idea of the black bike, like Eugene. I don't know if Eugene is here. Eugene is in everybody's budget uh, channels, commenting and everything. He has an Instagram group, and I'm on it, and he's always asking. So he's like, "Why do you paint it? Why do you paint it? Why?" He's always asking questions like ahead of time. I'm like,
Come on, Eugene.
I guess I just wanted it. I mean, I like the way the
Mm.
otter turned out, but if you saw the videos about the otter is a little bit small for me. So with this is a full suspension.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see how it goes because I haven't even taken it to a trail. I'm not done with
Yeah.
that one yet.
Now, see, I've painted a bike, but during the whole single speed craze, I was like, I used to build lowrider bikes, and back in that craze, the chromed out, twisted handlebars and stuff like that.
Like in the
So,
90s.
2000, early 2000s.
Okay.
I lived out in LA for a minute, and I got into that, and I started building low riders. I thought it was cool, but then I got into single speed. And I was like, I want a cool single speed, but then they had the bullhorn handlebars, and people were doing stuff. So I got one. I got a budget. Some guy's backyard for like $40 the bike, and then I stripped it, just the frame, painted it. I had 75-inch ape hangers instead of the little low. I went ape hangers. My hands were up this high to ride the bike. But back to the painting, I digress, is I got a lot of bubbling and cracking, like you said, after I did the clear coat. Did you do the clear coat?
Yes, on this one, this last one right here. I noticed that on my dad's stencil painted because I painted in the stencils. And when I apply the clear coat on one side, it kind of like crack on it. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh damn. But
It looks like it folds itself in.
Yeah, it kind of like it did exactly that. And then when I painted this frame, I don't know if it was Eugene cracks me up. Look at that. When I painted this frame and when I applied the clear coat, I don't know if it was too cold, too humid, and then all the down tube and the different areas of the bike cracked up. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to start all over again. I'm not ready for that because I did that with the Axum. I did the Axum twice. I don't want to do that. So I'm like, you know what? I just press it in with my fingers, press it in, press it in. It kind of like started sticking back to it. And then I apply the clear coat again. And I haven't written it, so I don't know if it's gonna last. But the good thing about it is the base coat is black, and then the sprinkles are black. So even if it starts cracking up or peeling up, probably won't notice it for a while because it's orange and black anyway. So I'm hoping that it lasts. And if not, I have an idea that I've been wanting to do. I actually wanted to powder coat this.
Oh, that would
I don't
look
have a
nice.
powder coating machine. I know I can get one for like $60 at Harbor Freight, but I don't have the oven. But I reached out, yeah, because you gotta powder coat and then you've got to put it in the oven to cook. What a big enough oven to put that in, right?
you'd be bringing this big oven to the kitchen. Your wife's like, "What are you doing?"
So I did spoke to some people, some local powder coaters over here, and they will charge me like we'll start around $150. They sandblast it and then they can powder coat it. So if that ends up giving me problems, that's probably the route that I'm going to.
Wow, no, seriously, powder coating a bike would look amazing.
Oh yeah, and if they can do some type of fades and things like that, or and then I can just garnish it myself at the end. That's probably what I'm.
I think I hit a fun bone with you. I think you really enjoy doing the painting.
Yeah. My wife actually, I'm in the garage, and on top of the garage, I did a few videos up there because when we bought this house, the top we have the Dutch garage, and the top is an apartment. So my dad has her acrylic painting set up over there on top. So I guess this is my way of painting because I don't do the acrylic, so I do my bikes, I guess.
That's awesome. Timber Warrior says powder coating is great. I think it would just look spectacular. It'd probably be rugged as hell.
Yeah, I know.
It should be able to take it.
Should be. Yeah.
My wife,
like I said, if it doesn't hold up, even the Axum or any of the bikes that I painted, this is the third one. Even if they don't hold up, or if, for example, the TA, because I'm not thinking about getting that one, in a while. Once you start scratching up and everything, that's probably what I do.
Now, talk to me about the painting. You have a certain design that you go for. You like a little paint, and then you kind of bleed in a different color.
Yeah. So
you do like a
idea
thing going on.
The idea with the Axum idea. If you haven't seen the video, I got the video from the idea from the Trek Roscoe 9, the new one, the 2022, 2023. Because I ended up picking very similar colors. I ended up doing the very same face, kind of like a camo thing, like khaki and green, army green, things like that. I got the idea and the sprinkles from that bike. Even though I did the other first, I got the idea from that bike. I'm like, I like the way the sprinkles look. So I'm like, let me figure it out how to do it. So when I was doing the adder, actually, I started with a toothbrush going like this. I'm like,
I was about to ask you, were you flicking the brush? I was about to ask you that.
I was trying to do that, but it wasn't looking like the big droplets. I'm like, no, that's not how it is. So then I painted over again. And then, you know what should I try? And then I saw a guy that has I don't remember his name. And I'm sorry if you're watching, I don't remember his name. He has a big YouTube channel with Poseidon bikes. He's a gravel biker. And he did something like that where he said he splashed it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try that. So I got a little cup, ramekin, whatever. Actually cut it's right there. A little can, cut the bottom, sprayed paint the bottom, and then just threw it. And that did the splashing.
Oh, wow.
When my dad saw the bikes, and because we bought the two Axums, he's like, I want something like that. But he wanted a white, but he wanted a Darth Vader. So everything with Darth Vader team related is black and red. So I'm like, you know what? Let's try red. So I ended up doing it red.
That's funny. Timber Warrior, thank you for watching, brother. First time channel viewer. Great stuff. Thanks, Big Russell MTB. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot, man. Yeah. It's awesome. I'm glad you got on with Alex because Alex is full of life, man. Especially when you get to talking about painting.
Yeah, I've been seeing a whole lot of new YouTube names over here that I'm gonna have to check out because I have not seen everybody.
That's what I love about this.
Thank you guys for being here. I'm into like the newest one that I seen in this chat is Trails and Nails.
Trails and Nails, is
and
killing it down here in South Florida. I'm really loving his content. I don't know if our schedules are different. I'd love to get to riding with him. I would be sucking wind behind him. I'll just go, I'll meet you back at the parking lot because he's killing it. Fraction
when it comes to hydro dip in a frame, that's a good idea. What have I tried? I tried hydro dipping something at some point not too long ago, within the past 2-3 years. I don't remember what it was, but I want to do it the right way. Because I mean, when you hydro drip, you got like an stencil that you put in. And when I did it with spray paints on top of water, and then I scrambled it and
I was about to ask you. You were talking hydro dip. My face just went numb. Like, what are they talking about? That's where they take that bucket and put spray paint all over it, and then gently dip the frame into it and pull it out, and it looks like smoke or something.
That's the budget way with the spray paint. The actual way, they have like sheets that have like a adhesive promoter or something like that, and it's like printed sheets with big bats, and then you can hydro dip big things.
You get like a Gucci thing and dip it. And
yeah.
I'm way out of my league talking about this stuff.
No, and I guess I don't watch TV anymore as much as I do YouTube, because I started watching YouTube. Like right now, my feed is all mountain bikes, camper vans, and off-road. That's my feed on YouTube.
That's funny. I started YouTubing with the RVs and van builds.
Yeah,
I was big into that.
Yeah, I like the van builds, or just not necessarily a van, but like a camper, because my wife won't be a van life person. Of course, we have jobs, both of us, but I like the idea of a camper that I can use, store, and then ride sometimes. Because I have a truck, I can put it with my truck and then just go places during the summer, especially because we're both teachers, so we have the summer off and all that. But we'll see.
Travel. I love how you were talking about doing your wife, not doing your wife, geez, doing the van and your wife and stuff. And you're like, you look like you're kind of cowering, just like, well, maybe we could.
No, I'm twisting this bread thing over here.
Oh gosh! If anybody's going to do it, you know what, Joshua? You do it, and we'll watch. You do it first. You hydro dip something first. Yes. Someone already said, Sandy's do it.
The guitar that you got, the new one, man, that's killer. I wish I knew how to play the guitar. Like back when I was in Mexico in the secundaria, on Saturdays we had like kind of like a guitar, like instruments band kind of thing. Not band, but it wasn't orchestra or band either. It was just like string guitars or drums, things like that. And I bought a guitar, but I never learned how to play it. So I just played on the back of it like a marimba, things like that. So that's how I use my guitar.
Yeah, it worked. It was a guitar. It turned into a
drum.
Come on, chicken Cindy's. Come on, Josh. Hold on. Here we go. Everyone, again, perfect timing. If everybody who's watching or was watched, please hit a thumbs up, subscribe. Also, go to this guy's channel after the chat and hit him because he is. Hold on, let's do it. I would love to have this real time go to 3,000. Now it's getting close. See, you're probably like 2 away, but it won't show it.
Let's see if I can see it. I see 29.95. That's what I see right now. Let me refresh.
I see 29.95. Oh, well, not that many people are watching my little
29.96 went up by one.
Oh, yeah. Yay. All these people. Now, talk to me about, we talked about painting. I want to finish this painting until I get on the next channel. Yeah. Let's ride. Go ride. Let's ride. Is that?
I guess it got kind of like a slogan with me, I guess. And because I said at the end of every video or every time I'm about to do like a change of scenery, something like that, and I said, let's ride. And people start saying, like, at some point, I've been thinking about changing my channel name to something like that, because MTB Alex is just too personal, I think, because it's MTB and then my name. And
Yeah.
I like it to be a little more. At the beginning, it was Alex the DIYer, because I was doing some more stuff. Like you can see
You're
the
doing
car stuff,
trucks.
house stuff, things like that. And then I started doing a lot of mountain bike stuff. So I'm like, you know what? MTB Alex, whatever. But then even my students all the time said, let's ride, let's ride. So they mock me. They mock me and all the time. So, and then I put some polls out there. Should I change the name? And Captain Scar, he said you should name it Let's Ride MTV or something like that. But when I searched it on YouTube, of course, I needed to check that it's not a channel that is already taken, because I don't want to have the same name. That's why I haven't bothered to change the name, because I don't want to get more confusion. So
Yeah, it's
MTV Alex, people already know me. The 3,000 people already know me. And if I change it to Let's Ride, even though it's my kind of like my slogan, I guess, that's why I painted on my bike, because I don't want decals on my bikes. I don't like it. Like the polygon, that's the only thing I don't like about the polygon, is the different color decals. I don't like them.
Yeah.
So I like to personalize my stuff. So at one point, I'm gonna end up putting a stencil or a decal that says "Let's Ride" on. So I think it looks kind of cool, like on the top two.
You
taking
off that stencil with the what do you call that? That little knife.
Yeah.
The X-Acto. That is some good ASMR. Just watching you peel that. I was saying that about someone else's video the other day. It was just the quiet putting together and build, but just taking off that little bit of. I had to put a grill together last night. I almost got divorced. I had to put a grill together last night. I'm not good at it. But
was that on the short?
On the I don't. It might have been a shorter one of your paintings with the "Let's Ride" and you're taking the sticker off.
Yeah.
I just enjoy people doing it because I can't do it. Look at this.
Yeah.
My buddy, you've got another sub from my buddy Toned In Entertainment. He's got a great YouTube page.
Thank you.
Oh, hold on. Where is it? Where is it?
Away with the machete.
Hold on. Backyard Shredder, ladies and gentlemen.
You hit 3,000?
Hold on.
3,000. Damn, guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Hey, it's all you, man. It's all you. Thank you.
That is awesome.
All you.
We got to watch it live together. I feel like
we made history together, man.
I need to send you balloons and a cake now.
I know. Thank you, everybody. I can't be a better way to say everybody thanks, because I have, hopefully my followers are here, your followers are here, so it's gonna be more than 3,000. Thanks, everybody. It's been a journey. I liked it.
Wow. So, I need a tissue or something. This is emotional.
let me take a snip of this, because I want to share this later.
Oh, look at this. Let's post that. Look at that. On my channel, Alex hit 3,000 subscribers, folks. Holy cow. You people are amazing. Thank you so much.
You guys are.
Look at this. Trails.
And I know, Joshua, you just turned to 3,000 as well, man. You too, man. Congrats. Thank you. Thank you.
Crazy. Now, are you back to the painting? You guys keep throwing me off.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I talk too much, I guess. I'm sorry. My wife says that I'm a social butterfly.
No, it's the commenters. You are fine. This is your moment. On the head tube, what do you paint on the head tube?
I did a scorpion. That's my zodiac sign. You're a Scorpio. I was watching the last with the normal mountain biker that you told him it was your birthday on November 19th.
Wow. Someone held that.
Mine is the 21st. That's how I remember, because I'm only 2 days from you.
I feel like we're kindred spirits. But I noticed that and I'm like, what is that? That's a scorpion.
That's a scorpion. Yeah.
I've got that on my arm. That's amazing. It's a beautiful design. Is it one you created, or is just a?
No, I actually found search the web, Scorpion Vector,
Okay,
Rival, something like that. Free. Of course, it had to be free.
Yeah, free. Wife said it. To a YouTuber, this is better than an Oscar. This is amazing. 3,000 subscribers in one foul swoop. You guys are amazing. Now we'll get on to, I want to get on to riding. Oh, no, back to your YouTube page and back to that darn garage of yours.
Yeah.
What's going on? What does that say?
This is MTB Alex.
Oh, I want one of those. Oh, okay. There was a little bit of shine.
Yeah.
You say you have 52 bikes in your garage.
Yeah, so you would say that.
Well, what are your favorites? Which ones do you have, and what's your go-to?
My go-to is my Polygon, my T8. I love that thing. Okay, I didn't do any upgrades to it until later on, like 2 years later. I started upgrading everything to SLX because it came in with the SLX drivetrain. I have a few parts that I haven't put in there actually, now that we're talking about it. So I upgraded the tires, the crankset, and I did the fork rebuild that I haven't put back on it, and I'm not going to because I'm gonna put something else on it. But that's my go-to bike. Besides that, my second go-to bike is my Axum. My Axum.
You know what? A lot of people have the Axum, and I think Joshua Chicken Sendies has an Axum.
Yeah, he has a blue one. I guess he made it. Is it still a gravel bike? I don't remember.
What are you doing? Are you watching TV while we're doing this now?
No, it's getting chilly in here, so I'm upping up the temperature. Now the TV is behind me. I can't watch the TV.
I love it. I love this one. Tinkering Cyclist. This felt like watching the ball drop at New Year's Eve, getting you 3,000. That's great.
And then a lot of people question me about the my Polygon, my Mom Bramo, my e-bike. That was because there's a lot of e-bike hate still out there.
No,
that's why I don't ride it as much. But that
no, you ride what you want to ride.
Yeah, that thing is a blast to drive. It is probably my most comfortable bike of all of them. Like it fits me perfectly. Like the geometry on that thing is excellent. I love it, but I only have like 250 miles on it in 2 years.
Wow.
What is an Axum? It's a Axum, AXUM. Axum is a swing bike. Swing that got really popular back in 2020. That's when it came to modernize the Walmart bike because it has a head tube angle, tapered head tube.
A tapered head tube.
141 dropout. So it's a really good budget upgradable bike.
Yeah, again, you can buy the bike and then add the parts as you go.
Yeah.
I've been riding Specialized rock hoppers forever. I just now upgraded to the YT Izzo. But if it works, and if you're just getting on a bike, you want to test the waters first.
Yeah.
And even there's another Seth. We all know who Seth is when we say Seth in mountain biking world. He bought a budget bike and put like $400 into it, and he's like, "This is going to be this is going to be like one of my bikes I ride." Yeah. So proof is in the pudding. Like you buy a nice frame, something that you can work off, and build from that.
Yeah. And he got the True Veil. And one time I made a short that has a lot of views. And Eugene asked me, "Are you gonna get it? Are you gonna get it? Are you gonna get it?" I did not get the True Veil, and I'm not gonna get the True Veil. I know Joshua has one that he's gonna be giving away, so stay tuned on his channel.
I know Run Bike Mike has one, I think.
No, Run Bike Mike, he has a Giordano, which is the big sister. So it's a better bike. But I wanted to get into probably the Giordano because it was the best spec of all of them, but I'm like, I don't have room for it. And when I went to Walmart and I saw a True Veil and I got on top of it, it did not feel as small as the outer, but I'm like, you know what? No, I don't need that. What kept me from buying it is also the dropout that is at 135. And I'm trying to future proof myself.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't buy it.
What do
That's
you
where my
look-
yeah.
I'll get to my next little conversation here, but what do you, when you go to, say, your Walmart or a box store or wherever you get like a bike, what are some, and for people who are getting into it, what are some things that you look for that go, I need this and I know I can work on this later with a bike?
Okay.
Like
So
you said,
right now, because Walmart has it now, because they have it now, and they're affordable, you can get something that has a taper head tube. So there's the Swins, the Mongoose, and the Kents.
Mhm.
That's a plus for me because you can start future proofing it. Even if it has a free wheel at the rear, if you're not gonna upgrade right away, if you want to save a few bucks, you can go that route with the Swins and the Otters, right?
Mhm.
And if you want to upgrade the drivetrain right away, then get something that has a cassette, which is gonna be limited to a couple of options in Walmart, which is the Axon and the Kent Revell, because
Yeah.
everything else is free wheel. So I would go with either one of those. Everything else, I will think about it first. I will think about it because, like, my brother, he bought a Genesis like a year and a half ago that he hasn't ridden, right? It's a dual. Like he asked me, he wanted to spend as little money as he could,
Yeah, that's
and then
about it.
like I don't, because he's not a trail rider. He hasn't ridden it in 2 years. Like I want to bring him to you so that you can check him and all that. And like bring him, I make a video. Why not? Whatever.
Yeah.
Even if I'm at home, drop him off. I'll take care of him. He just think he's
Content.
wise. And then he hasn't even ridden it, but I told him, okay, get something that has disc brakes, front and rear. And then if you fit on it, get it, because he's a bit shorter than me.
Yeah.
And then that's what he did. He found the cheapest one that had dual disc brakes, and that's the one that he got. I haven't seen it. I just know I think it's a Genesis. So whenever I get it, we'll see what we can do with it. Because I have extra
Thanks.
parts
Yeah.
that I know I can throw in. Like I have a few of the Mongoose Otter cassettes. I mean, free wheels that I can put on that one and make it a better range.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Trails and Hills. Do you like the Colossus 9 from Polygon? I saw that bike. It's a new bike. Polygon had the N9 before this one, which was a enduro bike. So this one is also an enduro. I like the way it looks. I started looking into it. I'm not gonna spend the money. The e-bike is the enduro version, so I'm good on the enduro side. But yeah, I do like it. Now back to my brother's bike. So I'm like,
Yeah.
he just wanted to get something to ride around the block. I've been trying to get him to ride over here with me, but we've never coincide. So it is what it is.
You
And
know
then,
what? It's a bike, and if he's not going to get hardcore into the getting into the trails and doing drops and stuff like that, I like my first mountain bike, not mountain bike, first bike I bought down here. I bought it Sears,
yeah,
and I remember Sears.
yeah.
Do they even exist anymore? I don't even know. But
They
I bought.
just closed the last one. Well, the last one that I saw was by my parents' mall, but they tore down the mall because they're gonna redo it. I don't know if they're gonna make it or not. There's a
Yeah.
Sears store close by over here, but I think they closed them. I think they
I was
closed
like, I just wanted, because I was a kid. I grew up. I rode bike, BMX, rode. I didn't even have a car in college. I had a bike, and then all of a sudden, I started growing up, and I moved down here, and I didn't have a bike. I went to Sears and grabbed a bike, and I was
Yeah.
riding like 10, 15 miles a night, and then so back to your brother. He's going to get into it, and
Yeah,
that Genesis
hopefully.
is going to turn into a Trek. And then
Yeah,
it's going
so
to turn into a Polygon.
yeah.
It's going
I
to be
don't
fun.
think he will get there. I don't think he will get there. I really
You
don't think so.
faith in your brother.
No, he won't. He won't. I know him. He will not get into that. Like, why would I buy one if you have 6 bikes in your garage?
Why do I need more? Hey,
Yeah,
bro. Hey,
yeah. I'm like,
bro. You
if
got
you're
one
gonna
bike
ride, you
thing?
have 6 bikes over here. If he fits good on the other, because he's a little bit shorter than me, then
Ray Marcello.
yeah.
Hello. If you haven't liked and subscribed, go hit this guy. He's just hit over 3,000 while we were doing this chat. So
Yes.
get him over 3,000 subscribers
Yeah.
now. That's
Do that,
awesome.
Ray Marcello.
So talk to me about the trails you have over there where that you take one of your 30 some bikes. What are they like?
So the one that I go to, because I've been to 3 trails over here in the Houston area. Okay, so the one that I go all the time is because it's literally I ride from my garage. It's like I
That's the
took the
best.
street, and it's not even a quarter of a mile away from here, and it's like a 7-mile loop right there. That's what I record on my videos. So most of the videos that
Yeah.
I see you seen reviews on is right there. I don't. I like the cross country part of it because they started building, like people like me. They started building ramps, things like that. A year and a half, 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, I would go around it. And the first time that I actually, you know what, I'm gonna hit it, I crashed
Oh,
bad, injured myself, hit my chest. I landed like 20, 30 feet away from the ramp. The bike landed like 24 more feet down the road, and it
oh,
was bad. I couldn't even sneeze for
I've
two,
done
three
that.
months. It was that bad. Like if I would, I will hold. I sneezed. I held it for 3 months to sneeze. I only sneezed like 2 times, and it hurt like, oh my god. So
Oh man. I
ever
know
since then, they started building a few more ramps. There's one that I do hit. There's one that I do hit because it's a tabletop.
it's like a bridge, that one bridge
Yeah,
area
yeah,
by the
but it doesn't have a
stream.
gap. It doesn't
Yeah.
have a gap. Now the weird thing is that one of the other trails that my brother-in-law lives in Cypress, which is on the northwest side of Houston, and there's that one is over 40 acres. It's like 40 miles, something like that long. And when I
Wow.
went there during one time, that was gonna be a hurricane that was gonna pass through here, because Houston, just like y'all, we get
Yeah.
them all,
We get the
right?
hurricane.
So you know what? It wasn't gonna hit him because everything is 3 hours away in Houston from Houston.
Yeah.
So we went over to spend the night at his house, and I took my bike. I'm like, you know what? Let's go drop off the dogs to daycare over there, somewhere over there, and I want to make it enough so that I can go ahead and drop you off and then go ride at Cypress. And I rode like 10 miles, and they had some ramps, big ramps, things like that, and I hit them
Oh,
all. I guess
sure.
it just, and that was before I crashed over here. So I guess when I crashed over here, it kind of like scares me,
Oh,
bruised me a little bit, and I'm just trying to get it to until I get comfortable. I like to go out, ride, put in the workout, come back. That's what I
yeah.
do. I think I feel confident on technicals and things like, because there's a lot of single track Rudy kind of thing, and curves, swerves, and all that. I feel confident about that. When I went to Monterrey last summer, to my hometown, I went to Chipinque and I went downhill, but I only went down one time down because the climb killed me, because we're flat over here
Yeah.
and elevation is not my friend.
I'm from Florida. I feel you on the elevation.
I guess next time I'm gonna take the e-bike. That way I can take a few laps, because that was
Uh,
like an hour and a half climb for 10 minutes of joy downhill. I'm like, hell
yeah.
no.
No, I do downhill in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and you take a thing up the mountain,
Yeah.
and you
And
just
they don't
there's
have
no
that
pedal at all. That's the best. Here
yeah.
you got to pedal, and you got to have the
Yeah.
lungs. It's very technical here. Another
Yeah.
YouTuber, Heather Munive, she
Oh
just
yeah.
she just did a
Munive.
bunch of she just did a bunch of trail reviews or videos down here, and I'm like, thank you. Someone's showing that this is not like just sand,
Yeah.
flat sand.
Yeah. No, no, no.
Right.
And then what else we have over here? We have one that is called Memorial. and Memorial has End Hills, and I've been to that one a few times, and I liked it. But it's like I said, and the one on Sugarland also. I haven't been to that one because again, it's 3 hours from 3 hours away from everything. So so now it's literally probably about an hour. Like yesterday, the guy that came and bought the Mongoose Blackham yesterday, he was coming from Sugarland. He's like, you need to go over there. I'm like, yeah, I know, but I don't have time.
Yeah,
So
you got
whenever I have
kids.
time to go ride, I just go over here because I don't need to drive my car to get to the trail because it's like
Yeah,
literally right there. So, and I put in, if I do 2 loops, there's 14 miles right there. So,
yeah.
and I
I
have fun.
feel you
That's
on that. Right here, Trail Pimp, Virginia Key is amazing. It's 8 miles from my house.
yeah.
You know, I actually I've ridden to it, which I've really questioned myself after doing. You ride 8 miles to the trail, do trails, and then ride back. It was like 20 some miles in the day, and it was painful. This is my wife, by the way, and you'll
Lauren,
notice her goofy. She's goofier than I am. There's something wrong with her because obviously something wrong with me, or she married me.
oh, to the tantric knee situation, when I got injured, well, I don't know what happened. I made a short. I mean, I was like in so much pain, but I was wearing a GoPro and my phone, of course. But I was not recording. When I crashed, I was not recording. I had the GoPro on top of
Good.
my helmet, but I was not recording. And even my cousin said, like, you just don't want to show where you crash. I'm like, I have a bunch of crashing videos. Those are the popular ones. When you crash,
Yeah, people
that's what
love to see a
people do.
fail.
But that one I didn't. I know that one I didn't get to record. That one I did record the aftermath, and then I had like bleeding from here and from
Oh,
here, from where I hit my, because I landed down, like I landed like face down. Like
oh,
that ramp
OTB and
is
just
yeah, I don't know what happened. So basically, this ramp is after a small climb. So you have to have a little bit of speed, but after the climb, you don't have speed. So this time I was like, I'm feeling good. I'm going fast. I got speed. I'm gonna hit it. And I hit
yeah.
it. And then like something shut off on my brain while I was in the air. Next thing you know, I was on the ground. Luckily, there was another riding coming in that saw, I guess he saw me fall and he stayed in there because it took me a minute to recover. It
Wow.
took me a minute to like, I got up, I sat down, I couldn't breathe. I'm like, please don't talk to me, don't ask me anything. I need to, like, it
Wow.
was bad. Like, it was that bad. My bike, I was riding the T8, the handlebar came loose.
Uh,
So I didn't ride it back. So like to come back home, I needed to ride at least 3 more miles. So there was a few trees down across the creek. This is a creek over here,
uh,
the Bayou. So this single track system is around that Bayou. So around the corner from where it crashed, there was a tree down that was crossing the Bayou. So I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cross through that tree down and get a closer
wow.
to home. I was bad. And then I went to get chest X-rays because I was in so much pain. I just didn't want to make my ribs were okay or everything
Yeah.
like that. And then apparently they saw like a hairline fraction on the cartilage, not on the bone. So
Ooh.
that's what when I breathe in and out and the chest compress and decompresses, that's where
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
pain was coming in. So thinking about sneezing was not an option. That was
Yeah. No,
that was
I've
so
I've
bad.
I've done that to my ribs a few times, and just even
Yeah,
coughing
yeah.
is how far is Spider Mountain from you?
So Spider Mountain, that's something that I've been meaning to go, but again, with the family and everything, my wife doesn't ride or anything like that. So
Mm,
it's by San Antonio, so I will say about 2.5 hours away from here.
that's a
With
drive.
no
That's a
traffic.
weekend.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, we can if I go on a Saturday morning, wake up early, which I'm not a fan of waking up early, except for work. Well, not even for work, but I have to. I guess I have no choice.
You're like
If I
me.
wake up early, let's say 5 a.m. and get there by 8, and then come back at 6, I'll be here at it's a 12-hour day, so it's not a bad idea. But I want to
No,
try
that's
to
it.
do something during this because the good thing about Spider-Man is you have the shuttles that take you up there, and that's a good thing. I haven't been there, but I do want to go and test myself.
No, that would be 2.5 hours. Like I'm hard to go an hour.
Yeah,
Like 'cause I want to get back, and I'm like you. I'm not a daytime morning guy. Like if
no.
you see me on the trail, it's like noon. It takes
No,
me
if
a
you see
while.
me on the trail, it's first of all after work. And right now I hate it because during the daylight saving times, it gets dark at 4:30 p.m. Oh, that just kills my even if the weather is nice and everything, it's not the same thing riding with lights. And I've done it, but it's not the
Yeah.
same. So
No, I hate this daylight thing because I'll ride. And again, I said only 8 miles for the trailhead. I'll ride to that and do a couple trails just
yeah.
to keep, yourself up on it and then get your bike dirty and then ride back. But this, as soon as it's dark, they close the gates
Yeah.
here. I don't know if are your parks gated or are they just trails around?
There's just trails over here like the one behind my house is not gated or anything like that. There's a park in there, it has like a track and everything. And of
Uh,
course, all parks closed at 10 or whatever. But I went to the trail one time just because I had nothing else to do at 9. I was the only one in the trail with lights, and I don't see a problem in there. I mean, you have wild animals, but other than that, it'll be fine. Berserker Nick is here.
Berserker Nick.
Berserker.
Talk to your boys Wolf Tick for me, please.
I know.
Yeah. I'd love to get them on the show. But again, you started riding, and I'm going way backwards. I should have warned you in the beginning. I don't know if I did. My
Yeah,
train
that's fine.
derails. What possessed you to start hitting record on the YouTube?
I don't
Did you
know. I
have a
guess.
vision when you first started doing it? Or you were like, let me just try this out.
Well, I guess like I was telling you, some of my older videos are the ones where I was changing the spark plugs on my wife's Lancer, and that
Uh-huh.
thing that's probably one of the ones that has the most views. That along with one of my changing the light bulbs on my Ram, and that's what got me into it. So whenever I started riding, and then I started watching videos of upgrading because, like I said, I had the Mongoose XR Pro, and I started watching Kev Centro and some other channels. I don't remember all of them. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna record it. Why not? And I think the first one that I started recording was the Blue Axum build.
Uh-huh.
That's the first thing that I started recording. I'm like, you know what? Came from the trail. I need to do a little adjustment. Let me record that. Or I got a new. I'm gonna order a cassette. Let me go ahead and install it. Let me go ahead and record that. So I bought the GoPro and I started recording with the GoPro. And I have like a camera from like time ago.
There you go, man. He got everything. Look at this. And he's got a
Look,
cool. Look at that.
this thing is a Sony that we bought probably about 12 years ago. It's HD. It's not 4K, but I think with the lighting in here, some of the videos come out decent. So I started
Yeah,
using this a
no.
lot. And then lately, I'm actually be using my phone because this
Dude,
thing it records 4K, and
yeah.
then I have I bought the lavaliers, and I bought lavaliers for this one too, the Cinco, but the audio quality, even though they're the same brand, I don't like the sound quality as well as on the lavaliers for this one on the 3.5 jack compared to the
Yeah.
USB-C. I think they sound better on the USB-C, but you
You
guys
know,
are the judges. I've been using lavaliers on my latest videos, probably my last 12 videos. So
we laugh at the phone thing, but I'm a professional
uh-huh.
videographer by trade. This is how I get my paycheck.
Uh-huh.
This right here. iPhone. I shoot so much stuff on it, and the quality is incredible. It's killing us professionals. I've just got a new camera at work that'll blow this one away, though. But you can get cool angles, and it's crisp and clear. I have a Canon camera, like your little Sony. I still use it at work.
Yeah.
I mean,
basically, back in the day, I used to do slideshows. Like when I wasn't a full-time teacher, I was barely getting married. So I used to do slideshows and sell them, like for parties, things like that, for funerals. I started advertising myself on Craigslist, and this funeral place called me and like, hey, we need to make some videos. Will you be interested in doing some slideshows? I'm like, sure, just get me the pictures and the music that you want, and I'll make them for you. And I was selling them for like $180, something like that. And then at one point, I actually wanted to, we bought a DSLR, a Nikon. I was gonna try to set it up, but it's an older one. And I just got my wife the newer version last year. Yeah. And I wanted to, one time I recorded with that one, but I didn't like the audio quality. But I want to try it again now that I have the lavaliers to see how the picture quality looks, because it's just a DSLR. And then this thing, I think this one does a really, really good job on having good quality videos with the HD quality. This is Sony. It wasn't cheap when I bought it. And when I bought it, I bought lighting kits and all that, because I started advertising myself to do like quinceañeras and weddings and things like that, recording. Yeah. And then my wife taking the pictures. We never got a deal, but we had a lot of feedback. Like people wanted to hire us. And I'm like, you know what? Let me get something more accessories for this camera. And then
so what, before all this YouTube thing, you were already kind of a video geek.
I tried. I mean, editing. I always liked technology. I always like to play with the computers. At one point, I was actually rebuilding computers and offering that as a service, installing programs, things like that, back in like 2006, 2008. And then as a side gig, and then with software and everything, engineering and AutoCAD and all that, something that I always like to do. Like right now, I'm like, the first videos that I started editing was with the built-in software from the computer, from my PC, because I don't have the money to spend on software. So, so I started doing, and I'm like, what else? I started researching what else can I do that is free, you know, that can help me edit. And I found Movavi, things like that. There's free versions of everything. So that's
geeking out just a little bit more, just because I want to know for myself, because what do you use as a lavalier?
Lavalier, let me see. I have the Cinco.
He's got everything in the drawers behind him, folks.
Yeah, the top drawer. I just got this for my birthday.
Underwear's in the third drawer down.
Yeah, all that. I got this shit for my birthday, because I'm like, I need something right here, because when I rebuild the garage. So I bought this.
I like that. What do you want for your birthday? I need something for right here. That's what I want.
Yeah. So I got this first, and this is for this one, and I guess I can use this for the DSLR as well, because they're 3.5 millimeter jack, and it says it has two receivers, one receiver and two transmitters. So that's a good thing. It's a dual one. You can have a mono or stereo. But I'm always by myself because I don't have anybody to talk to. So I use one transmitter when I use this one.
That sounded sad.
And then it also comes with the, if you want to have the lavalier, like put this in your pocket, and you can have the lavalier right here. Now, this is the one that they compare to the Rode, but the Rode is like 3 times as expensive as this. So I'm like, I don't make the box for that. So I'm budget. This is my channel, budget. So this is what I have for this one. And then for my cell phone, same brand, but this one right here is a USB-C, and they also sell them for iPhone. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was
So
showing
right
my
here,
wife those. You can get those. Is the sound
it's
quality
like
good?
130 some. They sell them with one transmitter or two transmitters. I got the one with the two transmitters just because. And to tell you the truth, one of the little clips broke on
Yeah.
one of them, so I put in a claim on that. They
Oh,
haven't responded to me, but I'm thinking of just attaching a magnet and then put them inside my shirt
yeah.
or whatever. And then you can also connect the microphone to this thing. I think like an extension. I'm not sure.
So
No,
now,
this is just the mic, and this one
back,
sounds really good in my opinion.
and I'll get the name. What's the brand of that?
Zinco, Synco.
And so, okay. Geeking out over technology. Let's go back to mountain bikes. And
Uh
someone had
huh.
asked earlier, I think it was Trails and Ales, you just got a new frame.
A new frame, yeah, the
Yeah,
Himalo.
talk to me. Yeah, talk to me about this new frame. Where is Alex MTB on Instagram? MTB Alex going on YouTube with this. Talk to me
So
about this frame.
this I gotta blame Charlie Keel from Keel's MTV Adventures. I gotta blame him because he made a video about the Himalo frame that he got. I'm like, that looks interesting. But that's a dual suspension frame. So I searched it because about a year and a half ago, I wanted to build a frame, like a dual suspension frame, a budget one from AliExpress, whatever. But
Yeah.
whenever I got into researching them, I didn't like the geometry because the angles were too steep. I mean, like 69 degrees, 70 degrees, and I wanted
Yeah.
something a little more modern.
More
So
slack.
whenever Charlie Keel put this video out like on October or something like that, and I saw that one, I'm like, what? So I searched it up, and then he said that he got it within like 3 or 4 days. I ordered this thing on my birthday, and it didn't arrive until the beginning of my birthday was November 21st. It didn't arrive until January the 4th or something like that. So it took like 40 days.
It was on a slow ship, and when you opened it up, it
It
smelled like
was on a
diesel.
ship. It was on a ship. So, and the thing is that I didn't get any tracking I mean, there was a tracking number, but it will never update. So
Yeah.
I will get, okay, it's processing, and then it's on a ship. It was on a ship for like 30 days, and then
Oh,
boom, it got here. It got here after the ship. It went straight over here. I don't know how, but from the ship to the door. That was a $319 frame. That's why I
yeah.
painted it because I'm like, it's not too much. It might be a lot of money for a lot of people. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah. No.
but it's still something budget. So I'm like, let me go ahead and paint it. That way, it's my frame. I can do what I want. It's my party.
It's
I cry if
your
I
you,
want,
you put
right?
your stank on it.
Yeah. So and I mean, it's almost complete. I'm just having trouble with the cassette, and I had trouble with this cassette before. So I got a few tweaks before I spend more money on. It's a
Uh-huh.
boost frame. It's a boost frame, like 148 rear dropout. So it's a boost frame. So I'm gonna try my T8s or the other polygons rear wheel on it with the groups that I have. And if it
Mhm.
works, then I will probably make the investment. And if not, I will make it a 11 by 1 by 11. So
Now, are you?
that's
This is a Chinese frame?
it's a Himalo, I guess. You know how they say the Himalo forks, just like the bucklos, things like that.
No.
So the
Yeah.
Himalo is one of those budget Amazon forks.
Are you scared of
So
it?
this is the same brand. It looks it looks pretty good. The well quality, the pivots. Let me show it to you guys. So
Yeah.
you guys
Show it to
can
us.
right there. So it looks decent. It looks pretty good. It has bearings.
I
It's
love them.
not bushings. It's bearings.
Uh-huh.
Everything's already greased up because I took it apart to paint it. So everything's greased up, and it
What's the,
seems
what's the suspension you have on it?
right now I have a Fox float. That's I think I did that one on the rear one. I
Rear.
got that one from I don't remember if it was Pink Bike from a seller. I got it really really affordable, so that's why I got that one. And I think that's the same shock that I have on my Mom Bromo. And then at the front, I have the Revelation that came on my T8 because I got
Okay.
something else on T8. So that's a budget kind of thing, budget
Yeah.
smart rates.
How does it
And
feel?
I haven't taken it to a ride, but I got on top of it. I haven't put in a dropper because, and again, Charlie, I didn't have a drop. I didn't have a dropper, so I was talking to these guys. There's Chicken Sandy's, Charlie, and some other guys over here on the Instagram that we have a group that Eugene created, and I
You guys are
I
a
was
group?
talking to Charlie. I was talking to Charlie, and like, hey, you, because he always have stuff for sale. You have a dropper, 30.9 dropper. Like, no, I have this one, but it was too long. I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
want it too long. So it's like, but he sent me a link, and then I bought it. And then the other day when I was looking for something else, I found a freaking dropper like over here. I'm like, oh my god, I just spent $100 on something that I didn't need. So I have two droppers now. So I gotta put in because that right now I currently have the seat posts from the Axum and it's too long and I can't lower it down because it hits the down tube. So, but I got on
Yeah.
top of it and it felt really comfortable for my size. Again,
Yeah.
I'm like 5'10", and it felt really similar to the Mont Bromo. So we gotta see how it's gonna perform when I'm actually riding it. And right now it's too wet and too cold for me to ride anyway, so I have time.
Yeah. Have you gotten to the point where your wife is just like, when is there going to be an end to this?
Yeah, she knows that
She's
it's probably
not a
not gonna
rider.
like now that going back to that when Trails and Els mentioned the Colossus 9, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
She sent me a text the other day, and I guess it was a typo that it didn't autocorrect that says N9 instead of no, right? Something blah 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 no. So she put in N9. I'm like, let me send her a link to this bike, the Colossus N9. So I'm like, this one, which is like
This one's.
$3,800. I'm like, again, no, I'm not gonna buy it right now. But I thought
No,
it was
not.
funny, but she didn't make the connection like I was hoping to, 'cause,
I was kind of hoping you were talking about the bike and not
yeah,
NO.
no, I'm not gonna buy a bike right now.
um, what can we expect? I'll wrap it up. Yeah, I know you got a family and stuff like that. What can people expect from now that you're 3,000 subscribers
All right. Now I got all the
are
pressure on me.
hanging on the edge of their seat? What
Yeah.
can we expect in the next few weeks or with your channel? I mean, you mentioned earlier that you were like, I feel like I've done everything, but no, you
Yeah.
haven't.
Well, it's gonna. I mean, the only thing if I'm gonna do a DIY installation of something, I hope that with the experience it gets better and better and more proficient. But let's see right now. I'm looking at my videos that I haven't uploaded.
I
I mean
mean,
that
you
are
you
uploaded,
can
but I
do
haven't
it.
I haven't edited. I mean I haven't published. Let me see.
I like
I
cracked
have
up.
and I have installing the headset, brakes, handlebar, and bottom bracket. No, headset, brakes, handlebar on my dad's Axum. I have that one coming up, and then I have the project completed because on my dad's Axum, that was the last DIY video that I did installing that, and then on
Yeah,
the complete bike, which is the video after that, I just let the time lapse run because I mean, why make another video 20, 40 minutes long when it's all the same?
yeah.
And those are some of the ones that I have coming up, and then I haven't edited a few of them that I need to see what I'm working on with next. I have a few videos on I don't know if you all remember when I bought the $26 hydraulic brake set
Well, I gotta look at
that I
that
got
one.
from Amazon. That was a great deal. It comes with the fin brake pads. I installed those on my dad Axum, and I have a review coming up on that one. By the way, they're good. Just spoiler alert, they're
Yeah,
good.
spoiler alert, they're good.
But the thing is, they're not available. Like I guess I bought the last two of them. But right after I bought them, they weren't there anymore. They're nowhere to be found. But that's a good one.
I'll wrap it up here. You got family, kids, blah blah blah. what keeps you going? What gets you out on the bike? What brings you joy, and why do you do it?
What keeps me on a bike is probably my belly, because I need to get rid of it.
I feel you, brother.
That's what keeps me on the bike. That's when I started riding during the pandemic. I lost like 15 pounds like within a couple of months, and then I kept it like that. I haven't gone up. I go up like 2-3 pounds, come back 2-3 pounds, but that's all it is. I mean, I like putting in the workout and stress relief, and then making the videos. It gives me a little bit of pleasure, a little bit on my zen space. Get away from the kids, the screaming, the school, and all that. My
Yeah,
wife's zen space is upstairs painting acrylic paints or canvas, things like that. My zen
beautiful.
space is right here. That's why I created. When I remodeled this garage, I did it with this in mind.
And what has and on that same what has it done for you? Like, I mean, you just reached 3,000 subscribers tonight. Emotion, or like just for you, where the joy that you get, do you get joy from that? Do you get joy from like
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
something?
constantly growing in social media, I think it puts my face out there. I don't know where this will take me. Hopefully, take me places sometimes. And if not, I guess I can just make a quick promotion right here. If you want to buy a house in the Houston area, hit me up. I'm a realtor. And if I gain something from that, then let that be it, right? But no, I mean, like I told you, I do this for fun. I don't do this. I like the views. I like that you guys are
Yeah,
watching, that you guys are enjoying this thing. That's the priority. Otherwise, why would I make this? And even
exactly.
on the videos that get 20 views, 30 views, 100 views, I don't get sad, because at least 100 of you are watching it. So, and I get
Beautiful.
a few comments out of that. I know that it's been delivered, and some of you are finding it interesting. So that's some of the things right there. And I guess, like my wife says, you're a social butterfly, and I guess I don't know. I guess I am.
Yeah.
Like everywhere I go, like today, I put this Q&A behind for a while, because I'm like, what am I gonna talk about? What am I gonna talk about? What's gonna
You've been talking for an hour and 47 minutes,
Yeah,
mister.
and
You talk.
I know. And then once I get talking, like I just get going and going and going, and then I
No, it's
guess
great.
I enjoy this part,
Look,
socializing.
look, this is why I would gravitated to your channel, is your personality. And I think it a lot of people, 3,000 at least, uh,
Yeah.
subscribe because of that. I mean, you've got great energy, you've got great content. And I'll wrap it up here. I can't thank you enough for coming on to my little channel and helping
No,
me
man.
out and
Thank you.
sharing your
Thank you for
story.
inviting me. Thank you for inviting me. I guess hopefully we can continue this conversation some other time, anytime. We can just schedule it and go
Oh,
from there. Because
definitely.
I'm pretty sure that we left a lot of things behind that
Always. Always. I
we can always
literally
get
could
caught
talk
up,
for
and
hours.
later on, anytime, man. I'm here for y'all. If you
That's
guys
great.
haven't subscribed to this guy, I don't know what you guys are waiting for.
That's the other
Hit
way.
this guy up, subscribe to this guy. That's all. Like when I started seeing that you're getting people like 100,000 subscribers over here, I'm like, what? How is this dude getting them?
Who's
I'm
on?
like, because you got the normal mountain biker. I think that was
Uh,
the last video. He has got over 100,000 subscribers. Like, what is he doing with the small fish like me? What does he want over here? And then
no,
you're talking to big guys, big leagues. I'm like, we're on
no.
that
It's
level.
about the. It's about. That's what I love about this. This is about the community and trying to get everyone together and
Yeah.
having people hit your subscribe button during the live chat here. It was just, it's amazing. So
Yeah, thanks. Thank you. I see a lot of new names over here on the chat that I have not seen on my channel. So if you guys subscribe today, thank you guys. Hopefully you will not be disappointed. Um,
never.
sometimes I curse. Sometimes I curse a lot, but what am I try not I try so
We're
hard not to curse today, man. You have
we're
no idea.
adults. We're adults.
And then the double sense videos that I've been making lately. I don't know if you guys enjoy that type of sarcasm. Let me know because I enjoy doing it. Some of you get it, some of you don't. It's just
Guys,
I like it.
he's got kids and a family. I've got dogs, but I appreciate you so much. All his stuff is down here. His Linktree, whatever that's called, his Instagram, his YouTube page. Go down there, like, subscribe his channel. Thank you so much. If you're still watching this, hit the like button. Let's just take a second, hit the like button.
Yeah, we wait. We can wait. Come on.
Hit
Guys.
the like button. Alex, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate you.
No, thank you, man. Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure talking to you and to all of you guys that were in the chat throughout the whole time. Thank you guys for being here. You guys are awesome. Thank you for getting me to 3K. I cannot emphasize that enough. I don't even know how to make a video right now to thank everybody. Thank you.
Now, as he would say, let's ride.
Let's ride.
And I would say, go get your bikes dirty, folks. Thanks for watching.
That's it for this one, guys. Let's ride.
It's over, man. I can't. No, seriously, dude. Wow. I can't thank you enough. That was an incredible. You were an incredible chat.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Like I said, I just got. I